Jo, was geht? Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Aufnahmesession hier von Tales of Arise. Wir befinden uns, wie ich schon seit einigen Folgen sage, wirklich nur noch... Ja, wir befinden uns im letzten Rutsch. Wir machen uns jetzt auf nach... Ich wollte gerade sagen nach Dana, nach Rena. Wo wir hoffentlich den großen Geist von Rena besiegen werden und auch hoffentlich einen anderen Plan finden, weil ich werde Shion nicht opfern. Ich werde alles tun, nur nicht... Die können Riddle haben, aber ich werde nicht Shion opfern. Nach Rena aufbrechen, ja. Ein Rauffahrzeug zur Reise zwischen Lenegis und Dana. Bla, bla, bla. Mehr kann ich nicht lesen. Egal. Lord Dorlin.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Yes, Sir. Das sollten wir in der Tat. Ja. Von den Plänen, die wir bisher gehört haben und von denen, ist meine Lieblingsidee einfach, dass wir draufhauen mit dem Flammenschwert. Ich will nicht, dass Shion die Scheiße in sich aufnimmt und dann umgebracht wird. Außerdem will ich das Liebesgeständnis noch hören. Das ist mir unfassbar wichtig. Keine Ahnung, wir sind jetzt wahrscheinlich in den letzten 2 Stunden oder so. Glaube ich. Ich müsste mich aber langsam nochmal improven. Also ich müsste Ausrüstung, ich bräuchte eine andere Ausrüstung, ich bräuchte stärkere Waffen theoretisch. Wie sieht der Raumschiff gerade richtig scheiße aus? Sieht scheiße gerendert aus. So hässlich war da sonst auch nicht.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
Wer weiß.
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy.
Ich glaube, der Planet ist tot.
This world is dead.
I knew it.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive.
Shion, wir retten dich. Keine
It
Sorge.
looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Okay, Kinder, macht euch warm. Jetzt gehen wir ins Boxen. Zerstörte Überreste. Rena. Oder Rena. Nee, Rena wahrscheinlich.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
Okay, ich habe noch ein paar Cent, die ich dazugeben möchte. Nämlich einerseits möchte ich anmerken, dass ich es für Quatsch halte teilweise, Was ist das denn? Ah, wir können zurück. Okay, interessant. Dass ich für Quatsch halte mit diesem großen Geist, da muss mehr hinterstecken. Weil dann muss die Welt ja, hat sich selber ausgehöhlt und dasselbe Schicksal müsste dann ja theoretisch auch Richtung Dana passieren. Wahrscheinlich. Das ist nur meine Annahme.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen?
Ups.
You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come
Warum?
to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
I'm going to be
Langweilig.
hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power.
Stimmt, wir müssen die
But just how do we do
Rennas
that
Alma
exactly?
finden.
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
Scheiße, stimmt. Hatte ich
I
vergessen.
already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rena's Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Ich wüsste. Oh, komm schon, Mann. Hört auf, mich so mit Zeug zuzuballern, Alter. Ihr ballert mich
Question
nur
for
noch mit
Let's say,
Sequenzen voll.
knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
Hoffentlich
A lot
eine
will have
bessere.
to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end
What
to
do you
winning war,
mean?
but if it just
What do you
turns the
mean?
tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels.
Erste
used to
Silbe ist
divide
mal
and separate
unsauber.
people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
Der bald wieder.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Nee, Rinwell ist ja mal sowas von kein Vorbild. Was mir negativ aufstößt, ist immer wieder, dass die erste Silbe in den Dialogen oftmals unsauber ist. Das stößt mir leider unsauber oder ja, das stößt mir auf. Das mag ich nicht. Das gefällt mir gar nicht. Scotty, beam mich hoch.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Och Mann, jetzt hört doch auf, Mann. Ich will mich boxen,
I
Alter.
wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Halt die Klappe.
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean... Wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Das war Zeit verschwendet damit.
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow!
Boah.
Seriously, what the hell?
Ich nehme euch drei und schmeiß euch gleich in diese Scheißen. Boah, die Herde aus. Willst du mich
Guys,
verarschen?
when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zugals. Like, a whole lot.
Ja, reicht
You can
nicht.
say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zugals originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zugals were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zugals, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zugals aren't so different after all.
Ah, wir halten nicht mehr die Fresse. Sehr schön. Ja, damit habe ich fast wieder 90% der bisherigen Folge damit verschwendet, mir Zwischensequenzen anzuschauen. Das hört nicht auf. Das hört nicht auf. Ich will mich doch nur boxen, Alter. Endlich. Ich darf mich wieder boxen. Ja,
Helganquil. Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, We've got no choice.
I knew there was something off.
Ja! Draufhauen, ich hab direkt gefressen, Alter. Ich hab schon so lange nicht mehr gekämpft, weil ich mich nur noch mit Scheiße auseinandersetzen muss. Oh nein, ich bin dumm.
No further. Now you see what I can do. Demon Fang, try power.
Here's a healing art.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Oh Gott, Alter. Ich hab wieder eine richtig beschissene Figur abgegeben. Das ist es. Ich komme nicht mehr regelmäßig zum Kämpfen hier. Es ist gerade einfach zu vollgestopft mit Zwischensequenzen, mit Storytelling. Das ist gerade zu viel. In jeglicher denklichen Art und Weise.
No, I won't give in. Try harder. I can do this all day.
Where are you going?
Shion, Schätzchen, kannst du mich eventuell nochmal covern?
Stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
I'll bring you back from depths of abyss.
Deity.
I'll bring you back from depths of abyss. Ready. Resuscitation.
Watch it.
Benediction light.
Not here.
Not done yet. Time for one more.
Red. Glacial spear. Here's
Demon Fang.
freeze.
Struck. Eagle Ray. Struck.
Do you require a hand?
Rising Falcon. Just getting tempted. Catapult.
By the power
Demon Fang. Try this.
without a trace.
Explosive ray.
Oh, endlich.
Dragon Shout.
Wird ja auch mal wieder Zeit.
Demon Fang. Now I'm real mad. Here I come. Take this.
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push.
Let's do this together, Alfred.
Commander of Heavens.
Phoenix Cyclone. My turn.
Immer Shion.
Darling, this one's got your name on it.
Ashes to action.
Ah, Zwischensequenz.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for
Of
what
course,
they've
Manson.
done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Mann, schon
I thought
wieder
there'd be more dirt and
Zwischensequenzen.
rocks and
Das
stuff
hört
underneath
sich
the whole
auf.
ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for?
Och Mann, hör doch
We haven't
auf.
seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
Like all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Och man, hör
Just
doch
look at the
auf.
size of that thing. And how Ganquil's technology
Eine
certainly is
Folge lang
impressive.
nur zwischen
And they don't
Sequenzen,
seem to do
Alter.
things by halves either.
Das
In the past 300 years, oh, even before that, just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries, at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make
Ich
that
will aber
kind
die
of
Strecke
journey
zu
on
Fuß
foot.
gehen. Ich muss noch mindestens 30 Folgen rausholen, wo ihr nur gelabert
See if
habt.
we can figure out how to use it.
Auch wenn ich langsam echt Bock
Borrow
habe auf
one
der
of
DLC, weil es heute
contraptions?
rausgekommen
You're
ist.
either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason
Aber
it wouldn't
funktioniert
for us.
nicht. Auch wenn ich jetzt DLC heute aufnehmen würde.
You know what he's like, Law.
Ist blöd.
Once he gets an idea
Eben
in his head,
spoilern.
there's no talking him out of it.
Also werdet ihr DLC erst im Dezember sehen. Ich nehme es übrigens, das hier nehme ich gerade am 9. November auf.